Unemployment Insurance Weekly Claims. Transmission of materials in this release is embargoed until 8:30 a.m. Eastern, Thursday, September 3, 2020. Revision to Seasonal Adjustment Factors. Beginning with the Unemployment Insurance (UI) Weekly Claims News Release issued Thursday, September 3, 2020, the methodology used to seasonally adjust the national initial claims and continued claims reflects additive factors as opposed to multiplicative factors. Seasonal adjustment factors can be either multiplicative or additive. A multiplicative seasonal effect is assumed to be proportional to the level of the series. A sudden large increase in the level of the series will be accompanied by a proportionally large seasonal effect. In contrast, an additive seasonal effect is assumed to be unaffected by the level of the series. In times of relative economic stability, the multiplicative option is generally preferred over the additive option. However, in the presence of a large level shift in a time series, multiplicative seasonal adjustment factors can result in systematic over or under adjustment of the series. In such cases, additive seasonal adjustment factors are preferred since they tend to more accurately track seasonal fluctuations in the series and have smaller revisions. Prior to September 2020, the seasonally adjusted unemployment insurance claims series used multiplicative seasonal adjustment factors. Starting in September, Bureau of Labor Statistics staff, who provide the seasonal adjustment factors, specified these series as additive. In accordance with the usual practice, the seasonal adjustment models and factors will be reviewed at the beginning of each calendar year, when prior years of seasonally adjusted estimates will be subject to revision. Seasonally adjusted data. In the week ending August 29, the advance figure for seasonally adjusted initial claims was 881,000, a decrease of 130,000 from the previous week's revised level. The previous week's level was revised up by 5,000 from 1,006,000 to 1,011,000. The 4-week moving average was 991,750, a decrease of 77,500 from the previous week's revised average. The previous week's average was revised up by 1,250 from 1,068,000 to 1,069,250. The advanced seasonally adjusted insured unemployment rate was 9.1% for the week ending August 22, a decrease of 0.8 percentage point from the previous week's unrevised rate. The advance number for seasonally adjusted insured unemployment during the week ending August 22 was 13,254,000, a decrease of 1,238,000 from the previous week's revised level. The previous week's level was revised down by 43,000 from 14,535,000 to 14,492,000. The 4-week moving average was 14,496,250, a decrease of 709,000 from the previous week's revised average. The previous week's average was revised down by 10,500 from 15,215,750 to 15,205,250. Unadjusted data. The advance number of actual initial claims under state programs, unadjusted, totaled 833,352 in the week ending August 29, an increase of 7,591, or 0.9%, from the previous week. There were 179,516 initial claims in the comparable week in 2019. In addition, for the week ending August 29, 51 states reported 759,482 initial claims for pandemic unemployment assistance. The advance unadjusted insured unemployment rate was 9.0% during the week ending August 22, a decrease of 0.5 percentage point from the prior week. The advance unadjusted number for persons claiming UI benefits in state programs totaled 13,104,366, a decrease of 764,713, or minus 5.5%, from the preceding week. A year earlier the rate was 1.1% and the volume was 1,566,934. The total number of people claiming benefits in all programs for the week ending August 15 was 29,224,546, an increase of 2,195,835 from the previous week. There were 1,639,622 persons claiming benefits in all programs in the comparable week in 2019. During the week ending August 15, extended benefits were available in the following 52 states: Alabama, Alaska, Arizona, Arkansas, California, Colorado, Connecticut, Delaware, District of Columbia, Florida, Georgia, Hawaii, Idaho, Illinois, Indiana, Iowa, Kansas, Kentucky, Louisiana, Maine, Maryland, Massachusetts, Michigan, Minnesota, Mississippi, Missouri, Montana, Nebraska, Nevada, New Hampshire, New Jersey, New Mexico, New York, North Carolina, North Dakota, Ohio, Oklahoma, Oregon, Pennsylvania, Puerto Rico, Rhode Island, South Carolina, Tennessee, Texas, Utah, Vermont, the Virgin Islands, Virginia, Washington, West Virginia, Wisconsin, and Wyoming. Initial claims for UI benefits filed by former federal civilian employees totaled 1,051 in the week ending August 22, a decrease of 94 from the prior week. There were 802 initial claims filed by newly discharged veterans, a decrease of 228 from the preceding week. There were 14,165 former federal civilian employees claiming UI benefits for the week ending August 15, an increase of 197 from the previous week. Newly discharged veterans claiming benefits totaled 13,684, an increase of 118 from the prior week. During the week ending August 15, 49 states reported 13,570,327 individuals claiming pandemic unemployment assistance benefits, and 49 states reported 1,393,314 individuals claiming pandemic emergency unemployment compensation benefits. The highest insured unemployment rates in the week ending August 15 were in Hawaii 18.6, Nevada 16.4, California 16.3, Puerto Rico 16.1, New York 15.2, Connecticut 14.0, Louisiana 13.3, Georgia 12.6, the Virgin Islands 11.8, District of Columbia 11.7, and Massachusetts 11.7. The largest increases in initial claims for the week ending August 22 were in California, plus 6,562, Illinois, plus 3,856, Pennsylvania, plus 1,926, Kansas, plus 1,061, and Rhode Island, plus 503, while the largest decreases were in Florida, minus 21,127, Texas, minus 9,248, New Jersey, minus 5,235, Virginia, minus 3,715, and North Carolina, minus 3,708. Unemployment insurance data for regular state programs. Week ending August 29. Initial claims seasonally adjusted 881,000. Initial claims not seasonally adjusted 833,352. 4-week moving average seasonally adjusted 991,750. Week ending August 22. Insured unemployment seasonally adjusted 13,254,000. Insured unemployment not seasonally adjusted 13,104,366. 4-week moving average seasonally adjusted 14,496,250. Insured unemployment rate seasonally adjusted 9.1%. Insured unemployment rate not seasonally adjusted 9.0%. Initial claims filed in federal programs unadjusted. Week ending August 29. Pandemic unemployment assistance 759,482. Week ending August 22. Federal employees UCFE 1,051. Newly discharged veterans UCX 802. Persons claiming UI benefits in all programs unadjusted. Week ending August 15. Total 29,224,546. Footnotes. SA seasonally adjusted data, NSA not seasonally adjusted data. 1. Prior year is comparable to most recent data. 2. Most recent week used covered employment of 146,125,989 as denominator. 3. Information on the Pandemic Unemployment Assistance (PUA) program can be found in UIPL 16-20, PUA program information. 4. Information on the Pandemic Emergency Unemployment Compensation (PEUC) program can be found in Unemployment Insurance Program Letter, UIPL 17-20, PEUC program information. 5. Information on the EB program can be found here, EB program information. 6. Some states maintain additional benefit programs for those claimants who exhaust regular benefits, and when applicable, extended benefits. Information on states that participate, and the extent of benefits paid, can be found starting on page 4-4 of this link, Extensions and Special Programs PDF. 7. Information on STC work sharing can be found starting on page 4-8 of the following link, Extensions and Special Programs PDF. 8. Totals include PUA unemployment for the appropriate corresponding week. Advance state claims, not seasonally adjusted. Initial claims filed during week ended August 29. U.S. total, 833,352. Insured unemployment for week ended August 22. U.S. total, 13,104,366. Note, advance claims are not directly comparable to claims reported in prior weeks. Advance claims are reported by the state liable for paying the unemployment compensation, whereas previous weeks' reported claims reflect claimants by state of residence. In addition, claims reported as work share equivalent in the previous week are added to the advance claims as a proxy for the current week's work share equivalent activity. Seasonally adjusted US weekly UI claims in thousands. Initial claims. Week ending August 29, 2020. 881. Insured unemployment. Week ending August 22, 2020. 13,254. Pandemic unemployment assistance claims, not seasonally adjusted. PUA initial claims filed during week ended August 29. U.S. total, 759,482. PUA continued claims for week ended August 15. U.S. total, 13,570,327. Note, information on the Pandemic Unemployment Assistance (PUA) program can be found in UIPL 16-20, PUA program information. Pandemic Emergency Unemployment Compensation claims, not seasonally adjusted. PEUC claims filed during weeks ended August 15. U.S. total, 1,393,314. Note, information on the Pandemic Emergency Unemployment Compensation (PEUC) program can be found in Unemployment Insurance Program Letter, UIPL 17-20, PEUC program information. Extended Benefits (EB) claims, not seasonally adjusted. EB claims filed during weeks ended August 15. U.S. total, 168,620. Note, information on the EB program can be found here, EB program information. Initial claims filed during week ended August 22. Totals, 825,761. Insured unemployment for week ended August 15. Totals, 13,869,079. Figures appearing in columns showing over the week changes reflect all revisions in data for prior week submitted by state agencies. 1. The Unemployment Compensation Program for Federal Employees UCFE, and the Unemployment Compensation for Ex-Service Members UCX, exclude claims filed jointly under other programs to avoid duplication. 2. Rate is not seasonally adjusted. The source of U.S. total covered employment is BLS. Unadjusted initial claims for week ended August 22, 2020. States with an increase of more than 1,000. State. Change. State supplied comment. California, plus 6,562. Illinois, plus 3,856. Layoffs in the manufacturing, wholesale trade, and retail trade industries. Pennsylvania, plus 1,926. Layoffs in the manufacturing, accommodation and food services, and construction industries. Kansas, plus 1,061. States with a decrease of more than 1,000. State, change. State supplied comment. Florida, minus 21,127. Fewer layoffs in the agriculture, forestry, fishing and hunting, construction, manufacturing, wholesale trade, retail trade, and service industries. Texas, minus 9,248. New Jersey, minus 5,235. Virginia, minus 3,715. North Carolina, minus 3,708. Fewer layoffs in the administrative and support and waste management and remediation services, accommodation and food services, and educational services industries. Connecticut, minus 3,163. Fewer layoffs in the retail trade and accommodation and food services industries. Tennessee, minus 2,825. Ohio, minus 2,658. Washington, minus 2,601. Alabama, minus 2,371. Fewer layoffs in the administrative and support and waste management and remediation services, accommodation and food services, retail trade, health care and social assistance, and construction industries. Nevada, minus 2,080. Mississippi, minus 2,000. Kentucky, minus 1,945. Louisiana, minus 1,836. South Carolina, minus 1,735. Maryland, minus 1,409. Missouri, minus 1,371. Fewer layoffs in the accommodation and food services, health care and social assistance, and retail trade industries. Georgia, minus 1,331. Fewer layoffs in the transportation and warehousing, manufacturing, administrative and support and waste management and remediation services, and educational services industries. Minnesota, minus 1,264. Technical notes. This news release presents the weekly unemployment insurance (UI) claims reported by each state's unemployment insurance program offices. These claims may be used for monitoring workload volume, assessing state program operations and for assessing labor market conditions. States initially report claims directly taken by the state liable for the benefit payments, regardless of where the claimant who filed the claim resided. These are the basis for the advance initial claims and continued claims reported each week. These data come from ETA 538, Advance Weekly Initial and Continued Claims Report. The following week initial claims and continued claims are revised based on a second reporting by states that reflect the claimants by state of residence. These data come from the ETA 539, Weekly Claims and Extended Benefits Trigger Data Report. A. Initial claims. An initial claim is a claim filed by an unemployed individual after a separation from an employer. The claimant requests a determination of basic eligibility for the UI program. When an initial claim is filed with a state, certain programmatic activities take place and these result in activity counts including the count of initial claims. The count of U.S. initial claims for unemployment insurance is a leading economic indicator because it is an indication of emerging labor market conditions in the country. However, these are weekly administrative data which are difficult to seasonally adjust, making the series subject to some volatility. B. Continued weeks claimed. A person who has already filed an initial claim and who has experienced a week of unemployment then files a continued claim to claim benefits for that week of unemployment. Continued claims are also referred to as insured unemployment. The count of U.S. continued weeks claimed is also a good indicator of labor market conditions. Continued claims reflect the current number of insured unemployed workers filing for UI benefits in the nation. While continued claims are not a leading indicator, they roughly coincide with economic cycles at their peaks and lag at cycle troughs. They provide confirming evidence of the direction of the U.S. economy. C. Seasonal adjustments and annual revisions. Over the course of a year, the weekly changes in the levels of initial claims and continued claims undergo regularly occurring fluctuations. These fluctuations may result from seasonal changes in weather, major holidays, the opening and closing of schools, or other similar events. Because these seasonal events follow a more or less regular pattern each year, their influence on the level of a series can be tempered by adjusting for regular seasonal variation. These adjustments make trend and cycle developments easier to spot. At the beginning of each calendar year, the Bureau of Labor Statistics provides the Employment and Training Administration (ETA) with a set of seasonal factors to apply to the unadjusted data during that year. Concurrent with the implementation and release of the new seasonal factors, ETA incorporates revisions to the UI claims historical series caused by updates to the unadjusted data. U.S. Department of Labor news materials are accessible at http://www.dol.gov.